Hello everyone and welcome to TF8 Analysis. We are here to this hour just to talk about the killing of this man, as you are seeing on the screen. He was killed in Bamenda by the Ambazonia fighter, and along the Mbengwi Road. They say from information that the Ambazonia opened fire on his vehicle. He was the driver, killing him, and a woman was seriously wounded, and she is receiving treatment in the hospital. And from what we gathered, especially from the Amazonia leaders, Capo Daniel talked about it was a mistake that the Amazonia was targeting. It was not a target, that it was as a result of mistaken identity, meaning they were targeting someone's a different person and make a mistake, maybe mistake the vehicles. But that is not the issue. The issue here is that the vehicle, as you are saying, is a civilian vehicle, is not a military vehicle. And then if they were targeting by a different vehicle, meaning they were targeting another Southern Cameroonians. And that is where my problem is that the killing obviously was to kill a Southern Cameroonian. And that is the problem I am having, and that is the problem I keep on talking about. For these people who call themselves Amazonia to adjust that particular problem. Because they came out that they want to fight for the freedom of the people of Southern Cameroon, in which they changed the name in their own ideology to become Ambazonia. Meaning everybody in Southern Cameroon are those that they are fighting to protect their life, to give them security and a safe life. But if they turn around and they are targeting the civilians, because the vehicle is a civilian's vehicle, it's not a military vehicle. And if you open fire to this kind of vehicle, it's a 5-seater vehicle, but in Africa and in Cameroon in particular, it carried about 7 people. Meaning the target was to kill at least 7 people. And maybe it's just the driver that maybe have committed a crime, the mistake that they wanted to kill. But opening fire on the vehicles that is in motion, moving, is having an objective of killing everybody inside. Because I don't know whether they knew how many people were inside. You see how the vehicles were, meaning the person, the woman that was seriously wounded was sitting in front. If anybody was behind, the person could have died immediately. Meaning the target was to kill everybody in the vehicle, in which obviously could have been 7 people. And why shooting people? Why shooting up? Is gun the only weapon, the only means that you can punish your own people? Is killing the only means? Because in such situation, you are fighting for the people. There is no perfect nation in the whole world. Whether you want to create which kind of nation, know that there will be people that will be stubborn. That is why each nation is having prison. And there are prisoners in those prisons. And those prisoners are people that have gone against the law and the constitution of that kind of nation. And British Southern Cameroon or Ambazonia will not be a nation where the people will live according, will all be obedient. Not. Many of them will stand against. And when they stand against, will you kill them? If you keep on killing every day, meaning in 1 year, if you are killing 1 person every year, every day, meaning in 1 year you have to kill 365 persons in your own country for committing a crime. And when you look critically, what have they done? Maybe it's just because maybe they say lockdown, the person went out. Is that a serious crime that warrants a killing? Maybe you say this person is having a relative in the military. If I have a relative in the military, am I the one in the military? Even the Ambazonia fighter, the Ambazonia leader, they have relatives who are in the military. Do you have to kill them? There are issues that if you are fighting for a nation, you prove to your people that no matter what, we are together. Your love toward the people will make them love you and join you in the fight. But if you keep on involving and taking laws and putting rules and regulations in which the only penalty you have is killing, kidnapping, and asking for ransom, money that you know that your people for 5 years today cannot afford, you are asking, who will then help them? Only those who are their relatives in the military will help them to pay that money. Meaning all these things boil down to suffering our own people. Because coming out now to apologize that the target was a different vehicles. which still belongs to Southern Cameroonians. If you have said you are fighting for them, and then you have clearly stated that your enemies are the military, then why shooting the civilians? The other day we heard about that same group of Ambazonia open fire on a Hezakan vehicles, a shooting one, in which fortunately he did not die. Knowing that the Hezakan vehicles that is working in northwest region or in the southwest region, they are all workers there are Southern Cameroonians, struggling to keep the city clean, so that as you people are fighting, you people are doing your things, you should not be maybe interrupted or have obstacles like a dirt around. But yet, the whole strategy is not turning against the civilians. The whole strategy. The whole strategy. You have made everybody to know that your enemy is the military. But now everything has turned that all Southern Cameroonians are your enemies. Anyone that is not holding guns and living in Southern Cameroon is an enemy. We have to be wise and stand for the population of Southern Cameroon, not frustrating them. This guy has gone, maybe leaving behind a wife and children, leaving behind mother and fathers, who all of them will suffer. And this also have intimidated, have put fear in many of Southern Cameroonians. And people traveling or moving from one place to another now will be living in fear. How long are we